Good morning, second graders. I was off by an hour. I thought it was already lunchtime. Probably because I didn't have breakfast this morning. So, we are ready for reading. So, we are going to reread the story of Squanto. So, you need to get your book Squanto, and you can follow along as I read. Okay? You are also going to need, because I'm going to combine this with the writing, you are also going to need your paper that we wrote on yesterday, where we put first, then, or first, next, after, then, last. So our notes that we wrote down, because you're going to need those for writing class today. And you're also going to need this paper here. Ta-da! Your writing paper. Okay? So you're not going to have to write a lot. It's just right here. You're going to have to write. And you can use the back side of it also when you write. Okay? So let's begin with our story. Squanto, a friend of the Pilgrims. Okay? So follow along with me as I read. Okay? So we're going to start on page 1. It says, Squanto was a Native American. He lived at the time when the Pilgrims came to America. Squanto helped the Pilgrims in many ways. Read on to learn about his life. And I'm going to read what's in the stars today up at the top on the pictures. It says, Squanto lived from about 1585 to 1622. That's about. They're not for sure when he was born and when he actually died. Okay? Hey, page 2. Squanto was born around the year 1585 in the village of Patakas, or whatever we say it. He was a Wampanoag. Okay, his real name was Tisquantum, but people called him Squanto. Okay. When Squanto was a boy, only Native Americans lived in America. As he grew older, traders and explorers came to America from Europe. Okay? And those traders are the ones that they would trade things with. So if you look in that picture, that's what they're doing. They're trading. Hey, page 4. In 1614, some of the traders forced Squanto to go to Spain. They planned to sell him as a slave, but Squanto got away and went to England. Squanto returned home after 5 years, but when he got to his village, everyone was gone. All the people there had died of a terrible disease. So when he got back, there wasn't too many people there. They had all died. They were all gone. Okay? So he went to live with another group. In 1620, a group of settlers arrived in Patakas. These pilgrims had sailed from England to America to start a new life. They called their new home New Plymouth. Okay? Life in their new home was hard for the Pilgrims. They did not know how to hunt or plant crops. They did not know how to build warm homes. When the winter was over, Squanto visited the Pilgrims. He went with another Native American named Samoset. Squanto showed the Pilgrim men how to hunt deer, wild turkeys, and other animals. He also showed them the best places to catch fish and clams. So he helped those Pilgrims. Squanto showed the Pilgrims the best ways to farm. He taught them how to put fish in the soil with the seeds. This would help the crops grow. Squanto taught the Pilgrims how to plant corn, beans, and squash. He knew that these crops grew well together. In the fall, the crops were ready to be picked and eaten. The Pilgrims were happy. They had lots of food. The Pilgrims wanted to celebrate their great harvest. They held a huge feast. About 90 Wampanoag came to the celebration. The celebration lasted 3 days. The Pilgrims and the Wampanoag ate many meals. They also played games. The Pilgrims were thankful for their harvest, and they were thankful for Squanto and all his help. Okay, so that is the end of that story. Okay, so now we're going to try to do some writing. Okay, we're going to try to do some writing. So I need to move my computer so that you can see it on the board so I can show you how I want you to write. Okay, so I'm going to upload this part of it, and then I'm going to come right back and start videotaping the writing part of it. Okay, if you have not done your phonics packet, remember today is phonics day. It's Tuesday. So make sure that you work on your phonics sometime today. Okay, so I'm going to upload this one, set up for the writing, and then I'll be right back on. See you in just a minute.